Die drug dealers, they're not bigger than us. We fear God, not man.
According to SA stats, it is 3 out of 5 South African people are affected by addiction. But I think today, as we stand here, when the traffic lights are out and the drug addict stole the SIM out of it, you are affected. When the cable is stolen because the drug addict needs to sell that metal for his next fix, you are affected. We are all affected. When you are being hijacked because someone is on tick and they're high and they have the guts to actually hijack you, you are affected. So whether it is in your house or whether it is outside, you are affected. I think we have such a long way to still go. I think firstly, the people that's dealing with the scourge, they don't understand addiction, and they don't understand that addiction is a disease that can be treated. Addiction is the only disease where you get addicts locked up for having. You don't get locked up for having any other disease besides drug addiction. We are still sort of disempowering our people by opening up cases against them for one bag of sort of weed. You know, we are not treating that, and we are not arresting the dealers in our communities. So I think we are still far off, but that is why we have today, and the importance of having such activations is to educate communities. It is a disease and it can be treated. Is to educate government that without jobs, without sustainable programs, without recreation in our communities, we are not going to win this fight. This is why we are here to educate and say to our faith-based organizations, without you preaching that word of restoring the moral fiber in our communities, we are not going to move forward. This is why we are just saying to everyone that you have a role to play. I remember years back when everyone was caught with bags over their heads with the AIDS pandemic, people didn't know what to do. I thought if I stood next to you, I'm going to be HIV positive. People were being fired from work and all of that. And the same thing with addiction. There's a lot of discrimination. And you find today that years later, there's something that can treat you and you can actually have a longer lifespan for 30, 50 years. We need to have the same approach with addiction. But if we don't have activations such as this, where we educate people, there won't be people in different spaces coming up with solutions, coming up with plans to restore our communities.